Okay, cool. So, I actually had a couple people give me some topic ideas, some questions that they wanted answered. And so tonight I'm going to be talking about selling on Facebook and how to use the different things that Facebook offers. So there's several different ways that you can do that. And so I've been starting off with a song, so I'm going to start off with a song, and I'll tell you why in just a minute, why I picked this song. So it goes, wise men say only fools rush in, but I can tell falling in love with you. So the reason why I picked that song tonight, and it's based on one of the questions that was brought up to me to talk about live. And the question that Andrea asked, it says, how to know what your target market values most. And so talking about target market, I want you guys to keep in mind that you don't want to fall in love so much with your product that you can't even hear what your target market is saying. You really need to fall in love with your customer, with your client, with your target market. And so the reason why I picked that song is because once you really fall in love with your clients, with your target market, you can actually start to see things from their perspective and understand what it is that they really want. And then you can help them get to that solution that they need. So I actually have a really cool quote too that I wanted to put with that as well. And it's from the book Dream It, Pin It, Live It, which is all about taking your vision and then making it a reality. And it's by Terry Savelle Foy, who I think is from Texas. The quote is an Albert Einstein quote, and it says, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And as we dive into the main topic tonight, which is how to use your Facebook to sell, because we're not just talking about profiles, we're not just talking about pages, we're also talking about groups. We've got three different avenues that you could use to be selling whatever it is that you have. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. And before I jump into all of that, let me ask you a question. So if you are tuning in, what is one thing that you want a new person who sees your profile to know about you? So what's one thing that you definitely want people to know about you? So if somebody were coming to your page for the first time or coming to your profile for the first time, what is one thing you want them to know about you? So I'll talk more about that in just a second. So jumping and diving in. Last week, if you didn't catch last week, I talked about profiles and how, like, the few different things that you can do to optimize marketing and sales on your profile, maybe ways that you hadn't thought of yet. If you're tied up in the result of your product, you're going to be focused on that result. Did I sell or not sell? And you won't be able to really address the reason of why it didn't sell. And oftentimes it's our own mindset that's holding us back. So that being said, your profile obviously is one of the places that you can sell. And the basic way to use your profile for that is building authority for yourself. So you're building yourself up as the authority for your brand, for your business. And that's the major way that we use our profile. And last week, again, if you want to go back and watch that other video that I did last week, I talked about how to use your profile in that way. So I'm not going to go into a bunch of details on that. But the one specifically, I believe it was Maria that asked on my last live. She asked this question. So for her page, she said she's not getting a whole lot of engagement on her page. So with the way that Facebook has changed the algorithms, they're really utilizing pages for ads. And if you are not using ads for your page, it is very difficult, not impossible, but difficult to actually boost your page in the algorithm and get people to see it more. So the way that I coach people to do that is you need to create content on your page that people will actually want to come look at your page for. So it needs to be consistent. Whatever it is that you do, it needs to be consistent, and it needs to be content that people would actually search for. So say, for instance, you have a follower base of, 1,000 to 2,000 people on your page. They need to have a reason to come back to your page and check in all the time. So I like to think of it kind of like a news reporting system. There was a women entrepreneurs group that I worked with, and it was local to the area. So what we did was we talked about how could we share local news that nobody else is really talking about or sharing in a way that was valuable to the entire community, so that people actually want to come back in and check in on that. And their page to this day still has pretty high engagement, with people loving their posts and people commenting on it and people engaging, even though they're not running any kind of ads, even though they're not going live on their page, they're not doing other things on their page that, you know, people often use for boosting in the algorithm, just because they are providing a valuable service to other people. So sometimes trainings are good on pages. Some pages, once you have a pretty good fan base, that can work really well. Sometimes one of the pages that I follow is Sandy Krakowski. She's just a fiery woman, and she posts stuff all the time that I'm really interested in, and her page has a lot of great engagement. So that being said, the third one is groups. And so for groups, we don't use that in the same way that we use a page. It's not a news reporting service. We don't use our profile as a news reporting service. And for our profile, when we use it for building our authority and building up who we are as a person and just really branding yourself, you do that a little bit in a group, but the main idea for a group and the main reason people come to social media to begin with is to engage in a community. That's why people join Facebook, is to engage in that community. So in your group, the whole reason for having a group is to build those relationships, and not just building those relationships with you, but building it with other people. So I actually wrote down a few words here that I associate with groups. So community, you become the influencer of the community. When it's your group, when it's your community, you actually become the leader. You are the influencer. You are the one that people look to as the leader because you are the admin. You're the owner of the group. You also use groups for sales, which you can do on your page, and you can use your profile for that as well. But then you also create a bunch of super fans. So once you actually have a group and you get it going really well and you've built it up and people are coming in there, they're engaging with each other, they're having a great time, people will begin to become super fans because you have been the pivotal point in their life that brought that to them. So if anyone has any questions, drop them down below. I'm doing kind of a shorter live because I went live kind of late tonight. But if you're just now tuning in, drop in the comments, what's one thing that you want a new person, if they were to navigate over to your profile page and they were going to add you as a friend for the first time, what is one thing that you would want them to know about you? For sure, definitely want them to know about you. And drop that down in the comments below. Last week we did niche. I asked, what niche are you, or is your business? Oh, I see Titus says hello. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I also pulled out my statistics because I had somebody who said that they really love statistics last time. So I pulled out one more to share, because one of the things that I've noticed a lot lately is I see a lot of people going live. And I've done quite a bit of studying, because my end goal, one of my end states that I see myself in is YouTube. And for YouTube, I had to study a lot because, you don't want to start a channel. There's so many channels out there that have just bombed. And, SEO is important, marketing is important, collaborations are important, but there's a few other key things that are really helpful for lives. And this is one of the statistics here. And so Facebook is one of the best places to post longer videos, other than YouTube, obviously. But the ideal length for a Facebook video is more than 5 minutes whenever you're going to go live. So if you're only going to go live for a really short period of time, you don't want to go live any less than 5 minutes, because you don't even give the algorithm a chance to work for you. Let's see, on Instagram it says 30 seconds. Those are the longest videos that get watched. People watch on Twitter for 45 seconds. On YouTube, the average watch length is only 2 minutes, which is shocking because there's so many long videos on YouTube. On LinkedIn, the average watch time is 1 to 2 minutes. And on Pinterest, it says it's based on source video. And then on, Snapchat? On Snapchat, it's 10 seconds. Obviously, Snapchat cuts everything short, but, also if it's not your target audience, you don't go there, right? So last week I talked about the comparing the different platforms, and we looked at Facebook and LinkedIn a lot. And so I'm still of the opinion, I know LinkedIn offers groups now too, but LinkedIn doesn't have the same algorithms that Facebook does. Yeah, nobody has commented any kind of questions. So I'm probably going to go ahead and cut this one short unless somebody drops a question down below, and call it a night, because it's been a good night. I think I told my mom I was going to message her beforehand and I forgot. Love you, Mom. Okay, so this is really good. She says that she's a professional and she has a successful track record within commercial interior design and graphics business. So she wants people to see that whenever they come to her profile page. For me, I definitely want people to know about my business. You know, I'm a community engagement strategist. I've been helping people optimize their Facebook groups and monetize their Facebook groups. But, you know, I'm also a homeschooling mom of 5. I have 5 kids that I'm with all the time, and I work from home, and they're with me all the time. So those are things that I want people to know. I want people to know that I'm honest. I want people to know that I'm true and that I'm genuine. So that was the question I had tonight, is what is one thing that you want a new person who sees your profile to know about you? And I also wanted to offer that if there's anyone out there that wants an audit, like a free audit of their profile, their Facebook page, or their group, to see if there's any like small things that they can do to optimize sales or their business in one of those things, drop it down in the comments below or shoot me a message, and I will give you a free audit, because I just want to give back to you guys and I want to help you out. It looks like nobody has any questions. So with that, if you guys have any topic ideas for next week, if there's anything specific that you would like to learn about, I know that several people, did I jump into the live stuff? I think I mentioned it. I talked about the length of the video. Length of the video, you definitely want it to be more than 5 minutes, but also when you're going live, look at the camera. Don't watch yourself, wherever yourself is. Look at the camera, make eye contact with the camera, because that actually gives you that connection with people, just as if you're in person. She says, should you announce that you're going to go live beforehand? So if you are doing regular lives, it's good. Like, I've been going live every single Tuesday, and I'm going to get more. When is the best time to go live, and should you announce going live beforehand? So announcing it is really good. I have announced it, and I've noticed that when I announce beforehand, it is not any better than when I don't announce it, because Facebook actually will show it to people anyway, even if you don't announce it. And you know, I think one of the best things that you could probably do for your audience is, if you have certain people who are asking questions, say, this is a great question, I'm going to go live with this. I'm going to share this on my live, and this is the time that I'm going to go live. And reach out to your audience and know what's the best time to go live, what's the best day. There's a very specific reason why I picked Tuesdays. I can talk about that in another live if you want me to. Oh no, that was your question. So the best time to go live, honestly, it could be any time during the day, especially right now. There's a lot of people who are online at different times of the day, but for Facebook specifically, Tuesday has always just been a better day for people to watch video, because on Monday, people are very stressed out from their day. They're just starting into their work week. And so people don't watch as many videos on Monday. And then come the weekend, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can go live on those days. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. If those are the days you choose, that's great. But on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, people are hanging out with their families more, so they might not jump on right away. They might be busy. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays are actually really good days when a lot of people are more open. I learned that when I was doing a lot of in-home events and stuff like that in the past with marketing. So that's the reason why I choose Tuesday for my lives. And I've gone live in the afternoon, and I've gone live in the evening. And last week my live was great, and I did it a little bit earlier. The later you go on, Now you have like the East Coast is going to be going to sleep, and all of the other countries on the other side of the world are already asleep, and maybe not quite waking up in their day. So you're gonna get less people who are actually awake and looking at Facebook. So that's the answer to that. Did you have another question? It's been a fun day. I've had a very busy week so far. Even on Memorial Day, I had stuff going on there. So are there any specific statistics or questions that you guys have that you want to know for another live video? Is there anything that you guys want to learn when it comes to building a really highly engaged community? And last time I asked what your niche was. So again, one more time, what is one thing that you want a new person who toggles over to your Facebook profile? What's one thing that you want them to know about you when they see your profile? And so since I asked that question, I'll tell you the reason why. It's because what are you selling? People don't just want a product. They want to know, they want to like you, they want to know you, and they want to trust you before they buy. And if they come over to your profile and all they see is your product all the time, then they're going to think that you're not a real person, that you're not trustworthy. And you want to be able to have that connection, that instant connection. So I helped somebody with this last month. And whenever he went over to his profile page, he said one of the issues he was having was he would go to add somebody as a friend to get to know them, just to talk to them. And instantly people were blocking him, and instantly people were deleting him. And it was because his entire page was just like, this is my business, this is my business, this is my business, this is my business. And it made people feel like, hey, this guy is just reaching out because all he's going to do is sell to me. And I see this happen a lot. I've actually made a lot of very, very smart people, like a lot of friends lately who are extremely smart. They have a wonderful business. They have a wonderful offer, service, product. And yet the very first thing that they do is they jump into Messenger and they say, hey, here's my business. Hey, what are you struggling with in your business that I can help you with? Or they try to instantly send you to their Facebook group, or they try to instantly send you to their website or their sales page. And that is such a huge turnoff because people are getting spammed like that all the time. I mean, why do people watch Netflix instead of watching some other TV station that has ads? It's because they don't want to be sold to. Like people when they're ready to buy, they start reaching out to you. They start seeing things. And so you do a soft sell. You provide people with information and value, and then when people are ready, they will reach out to you. It happens. So surprising how fast it happens, but it happens. So Instagram Lives and IGTV. So we might talk about Instagram next week then. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down below. If you watch this on the replay, I love you guys. This one felt so different to me compared to other ones because I actually had questions prepared beforehand that I felt very like you have to answer these, Cierra, because you told people you would. So let me know what you guys thought about the content. Let me know what you guys want to hear in the future. And again, if you have any questions, drop them down below. Make sure you put replay down below and make sure you answer that question and tell me what is the one thing that you want people to see? Like, really think about it. What do you want people to know about you that's going to make them trust you? What's part of your brand story? If you were branding yourself and not just your product or your service or your offer, what is one thing that's like a huge part of you that people need to know about you? So drop that down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.